Hey guys, welcome to... it's not that time yet, but it is coming. What it is time for is to make some signings in this Leeds United career mode for the final season. We have upwards of £200 million to spend. And you guys have been giving me your suggestions in the comment section of yesterday's episode. Thank you very much for that. I've added a number of players to the shortlist. I've also made a couple of changes to the sides already. You'll be able to tell from the rotation 11 that we've already strengthened that without signing anyone. Cunha has dropped to Cam, as he can play there. And Daniel Marlin has moved from the left-hand side of the starting 11 to the striker role of the backup 11. Also, as per one of the most popular suggestions throughout multiple comments, was Alain Saint-Maximin. He's been underperforming, according to you guys, and you want him out of the starting lineup. That's also done. He's now in the rotation 11, and we will be looking to sign not one, but two new wingers for the first team 11 to come in on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. Still unsure as to whether I will or will not sell a Tal. Waiting to see what happens in the window before we progress past that potential departure. He is on the transfer list, but I'm not 100% sure I'm going to sell him yet. So with the situation as it stands, with those two changes made, with both first team wingers moved to the reserve side, I now need two starting wingers, marquee signings for the first team 11. We've got Eder Militao in. And I need two incredible wingers for that starting 11. And there's been a big call for Jayden Sancho. So he's going to be my first priority in this transfer window. There's also been a number of other suggestions for other positions too. We've got some suggestions for wing-back, including Renan Lodi and Trent Alexander-Arnold. I'm still unsure as to if I'm actually going to do anything in the defence at this stage. Jayden Sancho is by far and away the most popular option to bring in as a new winger. He's £137 million worth of player though, and 250 grand a week. So that would eat up a lot of my budget in just the one move. Nicola Pepe is also suggested, although he's just moved to Manchester United, so I can't sign him. Weston McKennie's recommended to potentially come in and join the rotation 11 to perhaps knock Jamie Shackleton into the reserves to replace Abdoulaye Doucouré. And we'll wait and see on that front. It depends how much money I've got left. The priority, obviously, at this stage is still out wide in the starting 11. Camavinga, I'm scouting because you guys want to see how much he's grown in this save. Frenkie de Jong is by far and away the best centre mid in the entire save. He's also valued at £174 million and on nearly on £500,000 a week. I won't be signing Frenkie de Jong, I'm sorry. Federico Valverde is back on the short list. Now he'd be a cheaper option for a central midfielder, although more expensive than Weston McKennie. McKennie's actually in talks currently with Athletic Bilbao. Wait and see what happens there. Guendouzi was suggested as a potential midfielder. He could be available relatively cheap for his rating. Then with regards wingers and wing backs, and potentially a striker as well, I've got Alphonso Davies. Waiting to see what his stats look like. Thiago Almada. He hasn't moved from Sarsfield in the entire save, but he does have the potential of 88 by default, so he could be incredible already. We'll wait and see. Andreas Skov-Olsen is another player that I'm waiting to see what his stats look like. I don't think he will have advanced quite that far. Irving Lozano is obviously at Liverpool in this save, but he's not in their starting lineup. They've got Ousmane Dembele, of course, and Mo Salah still. Martinelli has unfortunately recently moved to Leipzig, so we won't be able to sign him. We are still contemplating giving Arsenal a goalkeeper somehow, and Martinelli would potentially have been one of the players I would have gone for to try and use a player swap, but we might have to think a little bit more outside the box if we're to give Arsenal a goalkeeper. Leon Bailey was also recommended, and I'd be certainly on board with that. He's in talks with Arsenal. Now, Leroy Sané is an odd one. He's one of the best wingers in the world in this save right now. He's 90 rated, valued at £93.5 million, but he never starts for them. He's always on the bench, and City have Neymar now. And they finished outside the top 4 last season. So Leroy Sané and Jayden Sancho might well be the 2 players that I go for in this window. I'm certainly going to try and get Jayden Sancho in to start, and then I may end up selling a towel to raise the funds to go for Leroy Sané too, and they would be the only 2 deals that we get done in this window. Would leave me a little bit short in central midfield. We only have 4 centre mids currently, although Tyler Roberts can play there if needs be. And to be fair, I could probably play Tomori as a CDM. Eddie Militão's probably good enough on the ball to play at centre mid if needs be as well. We have options available to us. Joel Morris can play at cam, and that way we could drop Tyler Roberts to central midfield. Tyler Wright could probably do a job in a box-to-box midfield role. There's options available to us, but certainly we do need and want key winger options first. So, Jaden Sancho, he was by far and away the most popular suggestion from you guys in the comment section. I shall see what I can do. Valued at £137 million. I'm going to have to offer them a lot of money to be able to bring Jayden Sancho in. They want 178. That's pretty much all of my budget in one guy. I shall try and get him as low as possible, but I think if we are to sign one, well, they come down quite a way. If we are to sign one marquee 90+ rated player, you guys seem pretty keen on Sancho being the guy that we bring in for that, and they're going to take some time to think about my £143.5 million bid. Wowzers. It's going to get serious in this transfer window. They've counted at 154.3. No. I need to get this deal to be as low as possible. I offered 143 last time. I'll offer you 145 now. Come on, lads. 147.3. Okay. God, dearie me. 147.3 million pounds. He's currently on 250 grand a week. Will Jayden Sancho take a pay cut to join Leeds United? I hope so. How many years do you want to sign for us? I'll say 5. Get him on for as long as possible. A release clause of 326 million. Fine. Absolutely fine. Wage-wise. Oh, God, I've no idea what to offer him whatsoever. I'll try and get him to take a wage cut, but I just don't know. Okay, he's taken a wage cut. Jayden Sancho is a Leeds United player. We have ourselves a brand new marquee starting right winger. 91 rated Jayden Sancho is in. Consider it done. We have a marquee signing. Englishman Jayden Sancho, 91 rated, signing complete. Now, how much money do I have left? That is going to decide what we do next. I probably can't afford Leroy Sané as things stand. But could I if I sold Yusuf Fattal? Probably. But would that still leave me short in the squad? We do need the depth as well as the quality. And I don't know if I can afford to really go as far as to make another signing at this stage. Not someone... I'm going to need someone that can play multiple roles. I need another winger. Otherwise, Marlon is going to come back into this starting 11. And then I'm going to need another central midfielder to push Jamie Shackleton up to cam. That is probably my alternative option. Is Marlon back to the starting lineup, Cunha back to striker, Shackleton here, and sign a new centre mid. And considering our financial situation right now, I believe that is what I'm going to do. So, let me do this. Morris can drop out. Marlon can go back to the left in that lineup. And I'll sign a new central midfielder. Now, we shall wait on a couple of scout reports first, because we have some yet to come in. I mean, Trent could play at centre mid, and he'd probably be a worldy central midfielder as well. But we shall wait a few more days, play the Community Shield. Oh, Alan Saint-Maximin wants to play. Sorry, pal, you're not in the starting lineup anymore. We've got the Community Shield against Liverpool. We've got Wolves in the Premier League, and we've got Atletico Madrid in the UEFA Super Cup. I will play Liverpool and Atleti and probably sim Wolves. We'll go to the pre-game press conference here. He'll be great for the team, I hope, Jayden Sancho, who's easily one of the most respected and expected signings to make, requested players to make. Eden Militao will make his debut for us here. Jayden Sancho will make his debut for me here. And hopefully both can play very well. Do drop the video a like, by the way, if you're enjoying and looking forward to this final season at Leeds United before a certain other series starts. One that everybody seems quite keen on seeing in the not too distant future. Let's crack on. Time to go to Wembley again. Liverpool's starting 11. Claire in goal. Alisson only on the bench. Nathaniel Klein. Nathaniel Phillips. And he's not even remotely close to a starting Liverpool 11. They are not taking this competition seriously whatsoever. I am. Let's add some more silverware to our trophy room, shall we? Jefferson Lerma, big old ping over the top towards Martinez. Delivered only into Malasia's midriff. And away will come. Tyler Adams into Renato. Poke that forward for Hakimi to race onto. And Jayden Sancho has his first touch as a Leeds United player. He's going to get a second touch here as well. I'll look inside for Tyler Roberts. Can we get him an assist? No. Perhaps should have played that to Warland. I'm expecting this then to be quite a one-sided fixture. Although Hakimi's header was terrible there. Militao gets his first touch as a Leeds United man. Lovely tackle. Positive start for both newbies. Jayden Sancho. Renato nearly played Sancho in. We have a decent track record at Wembley. We've won a Community Shield here. We've won 2 FA Cups here. We've won 2 FA Cup semi-finals here. But we have lost the 1 Carabao Cup final, and in quite some spectacular fashion too. So, probably a 75... Actually, no, how many? Probably an 80% win ratio here at Wembley. 4 wins out of a potential 5. 2 FA Cups. Actually, no, because we won the playoff game here as well. So probably closer to 85% win ratio here at Wembley. Turning into what could be one of our better stadiums to play at. We're probably better at Wembley than we are at Ellen Road. Win that header, Malacia, thankfully, has done. Liverpool showing that they might actually cause us some problems given the opportunity. Oh, nice little back heel there. And Klein must be in his mid-30s now, surely, Nathaniel Klein, by the 7th season in career mode. Marlon stepped in well there, and he might find himself, or count himself, quite lucky to still have his place in the starting lineup, considering what we were looking to do in this window. And we couldn't have had an easier first goal of the season. Leeds 1, Liverpool 0. And that was literally unmissable for Tyler Roberts. Yeah, nice tackle by Hakimi. Christy Davies with the throw. Back to Lewis. Inside there to Firmino. That was a bit fancy, wasn't it, Bobby? Slightly unnecessary too. Jefferson Lerma into Bobby Firmino again. Out to Lewis. Christy Davies, Lewis, whipped, and whipped fairly well, and that's fallen kindly, but the defender's done well, as has the keeper, to keep that in. Bowl that out wide right. Unfortunately, Jayden Sancho isn't able to reach it. Renato should reach this, though, and does so. Down the line there to Tyler Roberts. Jayden could be on his bike, and is. Nice little Berber spin. Look for Orlan. Out of his feet. Look to bend it. Good block by Inigo Martinez. Marlon knocks that down, though, and Tyler Adams will find a teammate. Ah. Renato to Warland. Jayden Sancho. Oh, simple for the keeper. Chance out of nothing, really. With just one possession back in the midfield. 2 passes later, the ball is headed towards goal. But unfortunately, that was really easy for the keeper. He's taken his time to play that out. And then when he does, makes it straight to me. I don't really understand what you're doing there, pal. Warland just onside, out of his feet, but can't get the shot away. 5 minutes to go till half time. Still a comfortable 1-0 lead here. It's Christy Davies. Big switch out to Karen Martinez. And an early cross that's actually quite comfortably dealt with by Engel. Well done, mate. Orlan. Oh, tackled by Inigo Martinez. Lallana to Lerma. And that will reach Martinez. Militao. Right place, right time in the way to get rid of it. Lallana will deliver. He's knackered. We're in the 55th minute. Why is Lallana so tired? Has he got stamina of 6? Surely not. Here's Karen Martinez. Oh, I thought I'd won that, to be honest. Good block by Ben White, Malacia, and away we go. Marlon. Come on then, Jayden. Get in behind. I tried to put so much more power on it than that. Never mind. Tyler Roberts, he could return the favour to Orlan here. And we haven't got ourselves a second goal because, for some reason, Orlan has kicked that against the post and it's gone across the goal mouth. I don't really know how we haven't gone 2-0 up there, but we haven't. Okay. 40 goals in all competitions last season, Erling Braut Haaland, and somehow he's missed one of the easiest chances he's ever had in a Leeds United shirt. I'll lift that over the top for Jayden Sancho. It's a lovely run, and he's onto it, and he's racing away. Now, can we find a teammate in the middle? Oh, good save by the keeper. That was much more difficult for Haaland, and the keeper's done brilliantly well there. I might make a couple of changes, shall we, just to keep things fresh on the field. Alain Saint-Maximin is quite a good player to be able to bring off the bench now in situations like this, I suppose. And Jamie Shackleton can come off too. And I'm starting to lean towards keeping Youssouf Attal at this moment in time. He can play in central midfield as well, to be fair. He's just a good utility player to have, I think. He's probably worth more in his... Oh, no. Stopped my commentary because I tried to concentrate on the football. Still couldn't keep the ball out. Youssouf Attal is probably worth more as his contribution to the team and to the squad as a utility player than he is his current financial value. So I think I'll keep Youssouf Attal for numbers and for the fact that he can play pretty much anywhere other than in goal, centre-back or striker. So we will perhaps look to sign a central midfielder now in this window with whatever funds we have left available to us. And please don't, Liverpool. And then see what happens from there. We'll head back to the transfer window soon. They've brought on Kane. I'm not sure if that's Harry Kane. I genuinely don't know. I don't imagine so. Harry Kane at Liverpool, although Dele Alli has joined Manchester United in this transfer window, and Tyler Roberts has given us a 2-1 lead. He ended last season with the inability to stop scoring, and he's just added another one. Which Kane was it? Who have they brought on? It is H. Kane in central midfield. Which H. Kane? Herbie Kane. Okay, Herbie Kane is on for for Liverpool, but Leeds United are 2-1 up. Oh, it's nicely played. Well away by Ben White. Jayden Sancho to Orlan. Saint-Maximin's on the move. Can he have more of an impact as a substitute than he did as a starting player? It's not bad. Not bad at all. 3-1, game over. Orlan does have his goal. And we will get the Community Shield for the second time in our Leeds United career. Back-to-back FA Cups. Back-to-back Community Shields. 1 trophy down for the season. might not even be one trophy down for the episode. There's still the opportunity to win the UEFA Super Cup competition that we're involved in for the very first time this year. Don't know if Liverpool meant to play such a weak team. I don't know what else they've got going on at this stage, because they're not involved in the UEFA Super Cup. We are, against Atleti. And there's no pre-season friendlies, or hasn't been any pre-season friendlies for a few weeks. And the Premier League doesn't start for another 6 days. So why they started the side they did, I don't know. Maybe just to purely avoid injuries, but... Oh, I skipped the presentation. My bad. Sorry, lads. Well, they had more possession than me, Liverpool, there. They weren't woeful, and it was only 2 late goals that saw it swing in my favour. But in the end, victory, and that's all that matters. Jayden Sancho can offer us more, but certainly was good in that game. And we won the final. That's all that matters. Why didn't we see Tomori? Because I've got Eder Militao. Don't know if you're aware. Signed an 88 rated centre-back on a free. You're welcome, Alain. Stay grounded, because you're probably not going to see as much football this year. Tyler Wright has had a loan bid coming from which we shall reject. And I will now remove Yusuf Atal from the transfer list. So, I think I've made the executive decision that we're going to sign a centre mid, not another winger. So, I'll remove all of the wingers from the list. Martinelli, I'm still just curious about. Sco Olsen's clearly not that good at 80 rated. Having Lozano's 84, so he's not that good. Almada's only 81. Potential of 88, and I'm surprised 7 seasons in, or 6 full seasons at the start of season 7, he's not hit that yet. And maybe he needs to move to a bigger team, I'm not sure. I'm still curious to see what ratings are for these guys, although Alphonso Davies looks like he might just be all pace and not much else. So, centre mid-wise, we've got McKennie. Oh, they rejected the bid from Athletic Club. So, we've got Weston McKennie, Federico Valverde, who's had a bid going from Liverpool, which means maybe Guendouzi could be an option for us. Lodi I'll remove. I mean, Trent could be another player similar to Atal that could play in a number of different positions. Certainly could do a job in centre mid. Definitely could do a job at right back, obviously, and probably at winger as well, even though he's not that fast. Oh, I didn't realise he was worth £100 million. That might put him off the radar. Camavinga, I mean, he doesn't look to be too bad at just 22 years of age. We'll wait and see how he looks rating-wise. I do only have about £60 million available, though, so that definitely takes Trent out of the reckoning, doesn't it? So let's just remove him now, because I'm definitely not going to be able to afford Trent Alexander-Arnold, but everyone else on this list I probably could. We'll wait and see what those other scout reports say as we progress further forward. We'll sim against Wolves, and then we'll play the UEFA Super Cup. Now that you've changed your mind, you don't want to be benched. You're too valuable, is what I'll say. That basically is what I said in less words. His ability to play in multiple positions is worth more to the team than about £30 million. I don't think we need the oh, maybe we do. Apparently, despite winning a trophy in the last game, the side are a bit nonplussed about everything right now. Is the league title within reach this season? We have the talent to achieve it. We have to aim for the title. We want to win everything we possibly can this season. Cunha's form was disappointing in pre-season. Cunha's a key player, specifically in that rotation side. He scored a number of goals for us last year, some important goals too, and I think it's a bit harsh to write him out this early stage. Right then, this should be, I'd like to think, a relatively straightforward start to the league season. All-in with a goal after 14 minutes. Oh wow. What was it I said about Sané? Doesn't start for City. Normally on the bench they've got Neymar. Opening game of the season, he scored a brace in 24 minutes. Haaland's grabbed another 2 actually. A hat-trick for Erling Braut Haaland on the opening day. Giles has pulled one back for Wolves, but it will be pretty straightforward victory for us. City win by 4-0. They'll be above us. A brace for Ben White is so injury prone. He's not got the injury-prone trait, but my God, he gets injured a lot for me. Jesus Christ, Benjamin. Sort your life out. Benjamin White out for 2 months again with knee ligament problems. That's a recurring theme. I don't think it's possible for a player to retire in career mode due to consistent injuries, but if this were FM or real life, I think Ben White might consider retiring with the way that his knee has given him problem after problem after problem. Right, Atletico Madrid up next. We do have Manchester City on the horizon as well, so I'm a bit torn as to what side to play. To be fair, that rotation side is pretty damn strong. So, I've still got Doniel Marlon starting at CDM. I need that other midfielder, don't I, really? Let's put Renato there for now. Engel's 90 rated now. We have a 90 rated player outside of the signing of Jayden Sancho. Engel, 90 rated now. He really is one hell of a scout future star, isn't he? Probably the best one I've ever had with regards to the way that he's grown. Right, Atletico Madrid away from... Well, it's got to be away from home, isn't it? It's a neutral stadium. What are your expectations? We'll do all we can to win. I don't want to go too gung-ho. This is the first time that we will have played a side from abroad that is of the quality of Atletico Madrid. Our entire Europa League campaign we were never really tested with a mad, strong foreign side. Atletico will be, provided they start a really strong 11. I'll give this side the chance. City are a side I need to beat in the league, so I need to concentrate on that game there with my full strength 11. But let's see what we can do in the UEFA Super Cup. Maybe we can add another trophy to our ever-growing cabinet. Atleti starting lineup: Jan Oblak in goal, Arias, Matip, Perez and Sanchez. In the midfield, Almiron, Saul, Aouar and Zielinski. That's strong. And then Garces and Camelo up top. That's not a very strong forward line. They do have João Felix on the bench, who's like 92 rated, I think, at this stage of a save. He was transfer listed, actually, but he was valued at over £200 million, I think. Maybe I'll have a look at him when we get back to the menus. But last season, we had 2 cup finals at the end of the year, and we played one with one side and one with the other. Well, with 2 cup finals at the beginning of the new year, we're starting one with one team and one with the other. Last time we came away with both. Let's try and do that again on this occasion. 1 trophy down, 1 to go. Saul. Oh, it's a lovely through ball. Now we're in trouble. Aouar. Good save by Miller. Still contemplating sending one of our goalkeepers to Arsenal. I'll double check actually and see if they've signed one. I doubt it, but I'll see if they've signed one when we look for João Felix as well. I'll have a look at the Arsenal squad. I don't imagine they've signed a goalkeeper. But maybe I'll just try and... Because I need my money elsewhere, I'll try and sign just like some random kid from their squad. Oh, lovely turn by Shackleton. And Emerson from right back is away. And he did score in the FA Cup final against Manchester United, but hasn't scored in the UEFA Super Cup. Not a bad effort, but definitely the sort of chance we expect from a wing-back in that scenario. Not quite accurate enough. Is he going to go back there to Zielinski, Aouar, Camelo, Saul, Borja. Wide here to Miguel Almiron. They're taking the advantage. Tomori heads that away. Putting the pressure on though. Oh, Bowen has done brilliantly well to keep that in play. How on earth has he done that? Mateus Cunha will continue to bring the ball forward for us here in Shackleton. Oh no, it was meant for Renato. And it hasn't quite found him. It was on its way out wide towards Saint-Maximin. I may have put just a little bit too much power on that and it registered as me wanting to square the ball. Oh, side netting only for Borja. Not far wide at all. Side netting only for Atleti. They're playing well here so far. As are we, though. It's been quite even to this point. Hopefully we can take the advantage sooner rather than later. Shackleton, I could go for 1-2 here with Mateus Cunha. Always on a run again. Renato Sanchez loves a goal, particularly in a cup final. But not able to get it here yet. Aouar out to Zielinski. Inside there to Camelo. Saul. Nice tackle by Tamori. Really nicely done. Saint-Maximin. Into Calvin Phillips. Forward to Jamie Shackleton. Saint-Maximin. Emerson on the way forward. He's loving getting forward in this game, Emerson. Jamie Shackleton! Oh, good save. Oh, he's offside. Calvin Phillips. I just glanced up to the top of the screen as the ball went in the back of the net. It will not count, unfortunately. Very close, but unfortunately not to be Leeds 1, Atletico Madrid 0 as we head towards half-time. But can it be Leeds 1, Atletico 0 when we get to half-time? At this stage, I doubt it. Into Renato, forward to Mateus Cunha. A little bit of footwork to try and get past the defender who just throws me to the floor. Definitely a free kick. Now, can Jared Bowen do something here? Renato has just as good a free kick, but it's on the it's on the right hand side, sorry, so we'll shoot a left footer better. Pop it about there. Bit of down spin, or top spin even, and Jan Oblak had to dive away well to make the save. That was a very well struck free kick, Jared. Still 0-0 though. We're getting closer and closer towards extra time and potentially penalty shootout as well. Nice interception from Matal. Forward to Jared. Can be involved in a goal from open play rather than from a dead ball. Around the corner to Cunha. Oh, the touch was slightly too heavy and it took him away from goal. Matal should win that. And he hasn't. Come on, Yusuf. Making the decision to keep you at the club. You need to actually put the work in. Ball down the line to Miguel Almiron. Maybe Atleti will be the side to take the lead here. Brandon Cooper trying to close him down. I don't want to get too committed. That 99 strength really coming in handy here. Very much so indeed. Right, we'll go up the other end. They counted on me. I'll counter on them. Cunha around the corner to Jared Bowen. Jamie Shackleton is there. Ah, but the pass is misplaced. Almiron delivered into the middle. Oh! If that had gone in from Aouar, that would have been certainly the goal of the season so far. Actually, it was further wide than it looked from the previous camera angle. Oh, that was loose from me. Price has come on to try and add some fresh legs. I've got Tyler Wright on the wing now as well, and Tyler Adams has also come in at centre mid for Renato Sanchez. But a corner for Atleti here with 25 minutes left on the clock. We'll see. Punch that or catch it. Do something. He has done something. Wait and see how the rest of this game transpires. Atleti have probably been better in the second half than we were. Or we have been so far. I found myself going backwards more so than forwards. I would like to win this Super Cup though. But we are going to have to come from behind to do so. As Joao Felix comes off the bench and scores the goal to give Atleti the lead. Adams, Phillips. Shackleton. Back to Phillips. Cunha through that gap. Looking for Shackleton. Jamie! So close to the equaliser for Jamie Shackleton. So close. Just 8 minutes to go as Jared De La Feu comes on from Miguel Almiron. Not sure I'll be able to deal with the extra pace, to be honest. At this late stage, that's fancy from Aouar. Zielinski over the top. Joao Felix could bring that down. Lovely first touch and great strength too. Oh, and he's done Brandon Cooper and doesn't quite do Miller. Actually, I can check Joao Felix's rating now that he's on the field, can't I? Yeah, 92 rated for Joao Felix. 92. He's so good. He's so good. Unfortunately, I think we're going to lose the UEFA Super Cup to the Champions League champions. Adams will get rid of that and Bowen will chase after it, but not the most convincing of first touches from Perez is Joel Matip. Zielinski, Aouar has run things in the midfield in this game for them. Santiago Arias inside to Zielinski. This is good football. Can't get it back. Tamori thankfully just in the way and we'll look forward. It's a poor pass. We're going to lose. 3 minutes added on and we're a minute and a half into those already. Unless I get the ball back within the next 1 second. It's not going to happen. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Atletico Madrid are going to win the UEFA... Oh, giving it away again. Atletico Madrid are going to win the UEFA Super Cup. Congratulations to them. Our first proper test in Europe. But I have used my rotation 11. But we do come out, unfortunately, as runners-up. Not to worry. I'd rather lose that and win the Champions League than win that and not get to the final of the Champions League. So, not to worry. We are a strong team. Emotionally, psychologically, and as a playing staff. We played well, but it wasn't enough, unfortunately. A couple of good saves from Oblak, and we could have gotten ourselves that 3.5 million. I don't think it's really going to be enough to make a difference, and actually we won't see it till next season anyway, will we? Okay, so I've £62 million to spend, and I would like a central midfielder. On my shortlist is... Oh, Martinelli's 84 rated. I wouldn't have signed him anyway. Alphonso Davies is only 83. Camavinga's 82, so that's going to be a no as well. Right, so at the minute I have Weston McKennie, Federico Valverde, and Guendouzi on my shortlist. Valverde is probably going to be out of my price range, though. McKennie is in my price range, as is Guendouzi. But Valverde I'll remove because I just quite simply can't afford him. So they're my two current centre-mid options. Oh, well done, Ches. You just pressed the wrong button. Oh, thankfully, Guendouzi was the last player I searched for. And we'll add him back to the transfer list. I was also thinking of Kessié, as we've looked at him previously. And he could be a good player to have at the club. But outside of that, I'm not sure what to do. So, lads, a centre midfield or central midfield player for about £60 million for my rotation 11. Where Renato Sanchez currently is in that team is where they'll come in. And Jamie will play at Cam because he played really well there last season. So we'll continue to play him there. But that's how we shall end today's episode. Do drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel with the notification bell tick so you don't miss out on any more of this final season. And I will see you tomorrow, where hopefully we'll sign someone else that you guys have recommended. I'll see you then.